Oh, I can eat it. Probably make me quite ill. Raw pork. Nice. Deliver the seafoam splash tail. That was worth 75. Yeah, there you go. That made me puke. Onto the seafoam splash tail. Yeah. So, don't eat raw pork. Is a lesson that we just learned. I mean, these are not ideal circumstances to be cooking in, are they? Ow! There you go, you see. Not very often on MasterChef you see people getting hit by lightning, is it? But there you go. Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to Night's Arcade. I'm Sleepless Night, and we are back in Sea of Thieves. Finally, after all this time, I honestly... isn't it beautiful? Can't tell you how much I have missed this game. It's just been awesome. I didn't realise how much I'd missed it, but anyway, I'm not here today to tell you all about how much I've missed this game. Should we put up a flag? Put up one of the new flags that's available now. Put up the parrot flag or the kraken. We'll put up the parrot flag. Why not? There we go. Parrot flags are flying on its wee green pole. So today, what I'm going to do is to show you the various things that you can find in the new anniversary update of Sea of Thieves. Now, I don't... Oh, there you go. See? Just like old times. Me missing the ladder. The duck probably looks a wee bit different than she did the last time you saw her. So, yes, this is... For those of you who were unfamiliar with my Voyages of the Sitting Duck videos when I used to play Sea of Thieves single player, this is my ship. This is the Sitting Duck. So, but she does look a little bit different than she did the last time, because she's been through quite a few things since I used to play single player. But I do have a special guest, and for those of you, once again, who weren't familiar with my Sea of Thieves playthroughs, single player, I only did a few, I only did 5 or 6 of them, I think. But for those of you who weren't familiar with those, you won't be familiar with my shipmate, who left me, but I've had to get him to come back again for a guest appearance. So, this is Sundae. This is my old shipmate, Sundae. He's had ripening treatment, anti-ripening treatment, I should say. And he's back. While we tour the new updates in the Sea of Thieves. So, before we get underway here, the first thing I'm going to show you, new things in here, are the new items in the shops. Because here we've got clothing shop.
Tell me. And
talk to Cecil. I'm going to browse Cecil's stock here. And as you can probably see, when we get even onto this first page, there are new items. Yeah, the Glorious Sea Dog Hat. Now, the Glorious Sea Dog Hat, complete Captain of Silvered Waters commendation. So these are commendations. Anything to do with the Sea Dogs, they're commendations that you have to earn in the arena. Now, the arena, of course, you can still engage in PvP out here in adventure mode. But just to show you the difference between the modes, I'm just going to go back to a little bit I recorded before I came in here of the menus and sort of talk you through what the different menus look like now when you start the game. This is going to be a bit weird, and I'm not sure what it's going to segue like because I recorded this bit earlier and I can't remember what I said, but here it is anyway. So the main menu screen has changed a bit here. So here's the opening menu that you get here. So you got the adventure, which is the regular, straightforward, same Sea of Thieves map that you've always had. You know, the PvP can take place in the adventure area of the map, the regular map, and more than likely will. But the arena there is PvP only. So as far as I haven't actually been into the arena yet, and Kazuru-san and myself hopefully will have gone into the arena this weekend. So probably by the time you get this video, we'll have sort of checked it out and seen what it's all about. So we are planning to go into the arena to try and hone our skills. There are other videos out there about the arena that you can find, but I've not actually been in there yet. I have seen the Sea Dogs Tavern, which I'll try to show you in this game as well. So then you got the Pirate Emporium, which hasn't arrived yet. It's not here yet, but one presumes, considering all the talk that's gone on from Rare and things like that, that this looks like it's going to be the place where, you know, you can get pets, which are coming soon, apparently, very soon. You can get pets, and I'm guessing other sort of microtransaction items that you can get. Whether or not, you know, what they'll cost, what those transactions will be like, I don't know. And then, you know, there's just a little thing here saying what's new. It just shows various different things. So what we're going to do is go into adventure, of course. Then you've got the regular screen here that you always had, where you pick the size of the ship. We're going to go for the sloop, because it's just me today. And then you'll get your usual screen here, will be exactly the same as well. So, Sleepless Night has no friends to invite today. So there you go, and now that we're back here in the game, you can see, so we're in adventure mode. Now in adventure mode, of course, PvP is still possible. Perfectly possible. You can, you know, you can engage with anyone that you like. But in arena mode, what you're basically doing is battling. It's PvP battles for points, basically. Now, if you look at the barrels, whereas before you're only used to seeing bananas and cannonballs and planks, and occasionally the odd Michelin, if we can actually find a barrel. And of course, there's some up by the ship right here. So to actually find a barrel, in this barrel, now you'll see not only got cannonballs there, but you also got bait, so that's grubs. Take some grubs. Be careful, as my buddy Kazuri-san found out, when you've got these in your hand, don't press the right trigger because you will eat those. Isn't that lovely? And here, you see, there you go, you've got a pomegranate and bananas in there. So you can take pomegranates and bananas. Okay? Thank you, Sundae. You are dismissed. So, yeah, different items of food now do different amounts of, you know, they now secure different amounts of health. So we're going to take you out and, whoop, we're going to leave this place behind now. Now, one of the other changes you'll notice here, I mean, yes, I've changed all my cam and my paint and things since the last time any of you that watched my single player would have seen me, but there are now harpoons that you can use. Whee! Now, these aren't just for sort of impaling sharks or megalodons, right? These are, you can retrieve loot with these. Now, your aim has to be pretty good. I still haven't got the hang of the aim with the harpoon yet. It's kind of difficult, actually. It's not all that good. But you can retrieve people with this. So if you've got a shipmate on an island or in the middle of a battle and he wants to beat a hasty retreat, you can just fire this at them and they will spring back to your ship. If you don't believe me, I shall add in a little bit of video that I took with Kazuri-san when we were in here last night, showing us doing this exact thing. But you can also use them to make hard turns. So you're sailing past a rock or something, let's say, you can fire the harpoon onto the side you want to turn, and it will anchor the ship to make a big sweeping turn. We did actually play with the harpoon turn a bit yesterday as well. I don't actually know yet whether or not you can get other paint jobs for this. I assume so. But now there are also different factions now. So, yes, so you got reputation, you got tall tales, and you can earn commendations by doing all of these things. If I can show you a little bit of the sort of stuff that we were doing yesterday, I'll show you a bit of that as well. You've got the Hunter's Call. For those of you who remember Merrick, who was one of the stars of the Hungering Deep DLC, which is the Hungering Deep expansion, which is the Megalodon hunt, Merrick has now returned. He's back. Here's Merrick, and along with his whole family, and they've set up a different faction, a shop called the Hunter's Call. So each one of these has new commendations that you can earn. And for the Hunter's Call, most of it is like fishing and hunting. So you can, when they say hunting, like for example, if you now, let's say, kill a chicken, you will get raw meat from that chicken. It won't just explode in a pile of feathers like it did before. Come on, pig. There we go. So now, when you kill something like that, instead of just killing a poor innocent piggy, you get meat. So there you go, now I've got pork. And we have to take it back to the ship, to cook it in the middle of this horrific storm. Wonder if we can actually shoot these birds down now. Oh, dearie me. Not very nice weather for it, is it? So now, we put this in the pan here. Oh, was that Sunday? No. I won't be putting it in the pan, man. Don't worry about that. Because you'll probably taste like shit. Especially after all that treatment you've had to keep you young looking. No, I don't fancy that myself. So, what you've got to do when you're cooking is you've got to watch the colour of these things very, very closely. Because it can quickly go from raw to burnt. So, you know, there's a skill to it. There's definitely an art to the thing. This being pork, you expect it to go pale, don't you? Before it burns. And be fairly sort of nicely cooked. You can hear that mermaid through the hull, don't you? I mean, these are not ideal circumstances to be cooking in, are they? Ow! There you go, you see. Not very often on MasterChef you see people getting hit by lightning, is it? But there you go. Now, if you're not careful, you see, you'll burn it. It's starting to burn there. Now, when you turn animals in to the Merchants Guild, when you've been asked to hunt animals down, different coloured animals are worth different amounts. So I'm wondering, actually, if that is true of the meat also. If that's true of the meat also. Where did that pig go? Damn. Oh, he's over there. Man, these things can move when they want to. There he is. Okay. So there's the pork. So we're going to leave this pork uncooked. So we're going to leave that one uncooked. And we've got one that's cooked. Although it might be overcooked, so it's hardly really a fair test. Really. But, you know, because it might be overcooked, as I say. And then we don't really know. Oh, because the water's not deep enough. Yeah, then we don't really know. So, you know, we'll see. But, basically, what I was able to ascertain just briefly yesterday was that if you hunt something, you can turn it in for a certain amount of money. If you cook the same item, it seems to be worth more money than it is uncooked. Now, presumably it then loses value when you burn it, and it is quite easy to burn it, so we should probably eat something. The only problem I've got with this so far is now there's just one thing for food. So you can't choose what it is that you eat. So if I release that now, I'm just going to come out with whatever, you know, is in there. So we're not going to do that anyway. But what we are going to do now is resume our fishing. Now, I don't know if you know, you can probably tell me, but maybe you get a different fish at night. So maybe at night time is the best time to hunt for the sort of bioluminescent fish that you find out, you know. Well, we're going to find out now. Here comes a bioluminescent fish of exactly the kind I was just talking about. There we go. Fish on! So, you know, give him a little room to wiggle there. Reel him in when he stops wriggling. Oh, he starts again. Give him a little bit of a tug. Fight him a little bit. Don't forget to release your fire button. So release your trigger when they're pulling, because otherwise the line will snap every time. Well, that's been my experience anyway. I don't know if that is accurate. Okay, so he still wants to pull. There we go. Reel him in when he's not tugging. Might have reeled him a bit too far there. The line might break if I'm not careful. If you feel the line stressing, just try flicking it in a different direction. If you feel it stressing too much. This is going to break. Gonna break. Come on, buddy. There we go. And I should get him now. There we go. What have we got here? Seafoam Splashtail is what we have here. Now, you'll notice I don't have an icon there to pick that up because I've got too much stuff in my inventory already. So what I need to do... But if you put your rod away like that, the fish will still be on it when you take it out. So let's put some of this stuff away. So we've got a cooked pork and a raw pork there. So let's put those in the barrels. And then I should be able to... I get that out again, see? Pick up the Seafoam Splashtail. So, let's try cooking the Seafoam Splashtail now, shall we? I haven't caught one of these ones before. I've caught a couple of the redfin splashtails or something, or whatever they're called, the red ones, and I've caught like a big trophy fish at one point, but I haven't caught one of these yet. So cooking is quite a tricky thing to get right, but it seems as though when you do get it right, there are like, you know, it increases the value of the fish, but if you overcook it, as I said before, you'll lose that value. It'll start to lose value again when you trade it in. So there you go. Which has gone a wee bit pale. Don't want to start it burning. Let's take that off. There we go. Let's hope that isn't overcooked. Might well be. We'll see. Bail out this little bit of water. And then we're going to head back to the North Star Seapost, which is here. Overshot just a wee bit there, but never mind. So, let's go and see, what was her name? Seric? Here you go, Seric. So, now, we're going to dig through our various food items there. Oh, for God's sake. Really? Right, now this is where it becomes a little bit difficult. So as far, maybe there is a way, but I haven't managed to work out just yet how you can cycle through the different things without sort of, so yeah, so I put these things in here. Pork. I think I'd need to put away all these things, all the extraneous items. Extraneous food items. Okay. Right. Here you go. So, deliver pork. So that pork was worth 25, and this is raw pork. So maybe that's only worth 25. There you go. Hunter of the Wild Hog. Hunter's call reputation is increased ever so slightly. Oh, maybe I can't even give her raw pork. Maybe that's a thing I can't even do. Oh, wow. Well. How about that? So what about if I can't drop that there, can I? Oh, I can eat it. Probably make me quite ill. Raw pork. Nice. Deliver the Seafoam Splashtail. That was worth 75. Yeah, there you go. That made me puke. Hunter of the Seafoam Splashtail. Yeah. So, don't eat raw pork. Is the lesson that we just learned. Probably not the best idea. But there you go. So, you know, you can hunt things. You can do things like chicken. Apparently, they won't buy meat off you if it's raw. Apparently. So I'm guessing she wouldn't either. She wouldn't buy it unless I'd cooked it. So, here we are at Sea Dog Tavern. Oops, missed the ladder. Is there even a bloody ladder there? No. Put my ship out where there is no ladder. That's okay. I did it intentionally, I want to tell you, because of the great. I thought I'm just going to moor my ship by the jetty there and, you know, climb up the ladder. But apparently, is there a ladder there? Maybe there is a ladder now, and I just didn't see it. There is a ladder right behind my ship. It's just a bit further back. So this is Sea Dog's Tavern. And this, to my mind, this is actually the most beautiful structure they've ever put in the game. I mean, the detail on it when you walk around the place is just absolutely amazing. But this is where you will come when you want to take part in arena battles. So we're in adventure mode, but if you want to go into the arena mode and take part in arena battles, this is where you'd come. You'd come to Sea Dog Tavern. See all the different jetties and things like that, you see. When you're more up here, you've got all the ships in the arena. I haven't made a video in the arena yet, but I will be doing at some later time. I'll perhaps put some... because Zoro-san and myself are planning to go into the arena this weekend, so we'll perhaps put some video up if I remember to take any, or if it's suitable. I imagine there'll be an awful lot of leaping out of swear words, but they usually are, where Kazuri-san and myself are concerned. Look, all the mod cons here, look. There is a shipwright down on the jetty here. So... oh. For some reason, I must have toggled my HUD off. I sometimes toggle off the HUD to take screenshots. So yeah, that's Sybil. I must have toggled it off. Oh, I did. I was taking a screenshot on the way here. Beautiful sunrise, which you didn't see. But yes, if you go up to the top here, so there's a ship right down at the bottom. If you go up to the top here, places to hang out with your other buddies when you're playing in the arena. But they do have other merchants here, of course. There's a clothier here, Carlos, the clothier. The lovely Winter, the weaponsmith. And Tristan. Tristan is the equipment merchant. So, you know,
hello there, sir.
Hello there, Tristan. He'll sell you all the bits and pieces of stuff that you need.
Thank you so
or
much
don't
for
really
your
need, I
custom.
guess. The equipment shop is actually more for stuff you don't really need, isn't it? But this is nothing but a platform. You come up here. It's just like a platform. But these are all sort of tactical advantages when you're playing in the arena and stuff. So, we come back down here, past all the merchants. And here we are. This is the entrance to the glorious Sea Dog. And this young lady here is Amaranta. And if you talk to Amaranta, she'll be
Join the
rather...
new age of the Sea Dogs.
she'll be a bit snippy with you. You know? Yeah, you know. Banging on about
I
stuff.
only want the best.
Oops.
Second
browse
is
her
first
stock.
loser.
She has, you know, the usual, like all the other guilds, you know, little things that you can unlock at certain levels as you rank up through the arena levels. You get your first rank there, arena pup at rank 5, so you've got to level up quite a bit.
Remember, every dog will have its day.
Yes, thank you, Amaranta, for that keen insight. You can also climb up to the very top, if you wish. Up to the top of Sea Dog Tavern. Being careful not to do what I just did, which was to fall off. God's sake. There you go. I got it the second time. Just swing around the old thing there and not fall off. And up here are all the horns. You can feel the competition in the air, can you not? And this lovely bowsprit here that stretches way out and really gets the old nerves tingling. And realistically, if you ever come up to a bowsprit like this, you can't just leave. You have to, Boom. Whee. Sometimes, if you pull up hard enough on the stick when you dive off a place like that, you can just catch a little bit of air. You can do a little bit of a dolphin leap. But so here's the dock. Look. And apparently, there in fact was a ladder just at the back of my ship. I just completely and totally missed it. So, you know, not to worry and all that. But yeah, so there you go, Sea Dog's Tavern. But, of course, they won't even, here at Sea Dog Tavern, as you saw there when we were talking to Amaranta, we can't get in. They won't even give you the time of day here unless you're competing in arena events, or unless you have some sort of rank, presumably. So, I mean, you can always look through the windows, lick the windows, and sort of dream of greatness, if you don't really, you know. If you don't want to have what it takes to be a sea dog and compete in the arena, you can always do that. But otherwise, like I said, they won't even give you the time of day. So we've seen quite a lot of the different stuff that you can do now. And quite a lot of the new content. I'm sure that I have missed out bits of new content that are in this game now. You know, I have no doubt whatsoever that I've missed out bits of new content. And you can chastise me about that at your will. And, you know, but there are going to be other things coming as well. Like I said, with the Pirate Emporium, there should be pets and things like that. And the mysterious stranger that you find in the taverns, if you talk to them, will give you little quests to go on. And unlike a lot of the little treasure maps that you often find throughout this game, the quests that they've got for you, quite often, you know, the one that we went on was to find missing log pages. And we found these missing log pages, and then you've actually got to follow clues. Some of them are quite obvious, some are a little bit more subtle. And then when you reach there, you might have to dig something up or solve a puzzle. But what I really like about it is the way that you've actually really got to look at the map and kind of really decipher. Because you basically, for a lot of the one we were doing yesterday, for the second half of it at least, we were following a ship's log to get some idea of where this ship wrecked and where it dropped this chest that we were after. So we were kind of having to follow their headings, and they say, you know, it's 7:36 a.m. heading northeast from Devil's Ridge or something like that, and then they say still heading northeast past a large island, and you have to trace their journey across the map there. But yeah, it's definitely worth doing. If you have never played Sea of Thieves, I heartily recommend it. Now is definitely the time if you've never played it before. So there you go. That's been the Sea Dogs Tavern. That's been the Sea of Thieves anniversary update. You can follow me on Twitter if you like at Knights_Arcade. I do occasionally go on there. I've been on there recently posting a few of these beautiful screenshots that I've been able to get of the new content, in fact. If you don't fancy going on Twitter but you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And ring that notification bell, and you should get a notification every time I post a new video. But until next time, from Knights Arcade, this is Sleepless Night, saying nighty-night.
Sunday! Did I ever tell you about the time myself and Blackbeard got into a drunken game of truth or dare with the ship's pirate? It transpires this quiet companion aboard the Queen Anne's Revenge had seen more than his fair share of, let's call them, four-legged friends in Teach's cabin over the years. A more awkward moment I've never spent in the presence of a fellow pirate. It ended well, though. Teach and the pirate went below deck to work things out, and later that evening, old Blackbeard served up the most delicious chicken stew I've ever tasted at sea. I wonder what happened to that parrot.